points.
Okay, so let me take that away. All right. So let me make sure I'm recording. Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is our catch-up crew in the morning, and we're really excited today to come to you with something that was shared yesterday on our action planning call, and it's really about parties. Our whole theme this entire month in our region is going to be virtual parties, a way to reach new clients, new consultants, help our consultants become new leaders, earn their $50 gift card by building their team, earn 2 ways to paydays by building their team, and really just having a place to defy isolation and bring people a touch of happiness, a touch of the love of friends and family coming together on Zoom parties, Facebook parties, text parties, messenger parties, you name it, it's party, party, party. That is what we're about. So kicking this off, for our first training on virtual parties, we had our volunteer yesterday, our beautiful Hannah Wachter, coming to us live today with her party planning success that happened over the weekend in her new way to really reach new people with virtual parties. So let's bring you your whole catch-up crew in the morning and Hannah Wachter. Let's welcome Hannah.
Woo! Yay. Okay. Awesome. Well, I just wanted to jump on here because I had so many of you guys yesterday reach out and ask me about the party and how I did it and what was the structure and how it worked. So I just thought I would jump on here and just share collectively and answer questions collectively to help everybody, because, you know, one person might ask a question that will trigger for you. So first things first, I'm going to share my screen to show you the Facebook event. Oh, I can't share my screen actually.
Sure.
But, oh, okay.
Sorry, forgive me. Let me help you with that.
No worries. I'm going to show the Facebook event first. So the online party that I did with for my launch party for my 3 consultants. And then I'll talk about the Facebook group where there's which is a vendor event going on. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over here and share my screen. Can you guys all see that? Not if you can see it. Yeah, okay, great. Awesome. Okay. So here you can just see in the top left-hand corner, it says events, and I just did online beauty bash, you know, with Jaffa bosses. You can see my 3 hosts here besides myself. That's my 3 consultants who are all new and really wanted to do a launch party. So I'm just going to scroll down here. You can see here that, you know, over 585 people were invited, which is fabulous. It says 26 went, but we had way more than that actually show up. What's great about this too is that, you know, you just put in some content here. I'm happy to share this content. I made it up, so it doesn't matter, but I just talked about, you know, being introduced to Jafra and supporting their small business. Right now is a great time to support small business in this crazy new world. Get your favorite snack and beverage and join us. We're going to do some online contests and things like that. So that's just the content. I'm going to scroll down and show you here how I was live. And I streamed this through Zoom. If you look at the video in the bottom right corner, you can see the word Zoom there. So I streamed from Zoom to Facebook Live, and it worked out really, really well so that all 4 of us could be present on the screen. And what I decided to do was have each of us, we're going to go through all 4 departments. So each of my girls chose 2 different products, and they talked about their favorite products basically. And I'm going to drop this down here in the description so you can see. I had each consultant with their website link. So, and I made sure, you know, whoever invited you, make sure that you order from them. I also included the Zoom link here because Facebook obviously is really overloaded right now. And so in case Facebook cut off in the middle of the live, which it has done that sometimes, I wanted people to join us on Zoom. So they had that as an option. And because I did invite people to join us on Zoom, we did end up getting a guy there with us on Zoom. And he is actually a barber and very interested in Jafra. So I think a couple of you were asking about how did you designate how people can order. So I just made sure and reiterated several times, make sure you order from the person who invited you. And if you have questions, definitely type them in the chat. Then you can see the live comments here. I jumped in. That was my contest raffle Facebook Live. I'm just going to scroll down here to a couple other posts that I did. So sorry for going. Oh, I do want to show you this. You guys, these are such great tools from the virtual business. The thank you for your order. I think it's really important in the virtual context that we say thank you to people and use that. I literally just had my girls download it from the virtual business hub. I'm making sure they know exactly where that is. Again, I went on a Zoom training and showed them where that was. Thank you for supporting my Jaffer business. Here I included links for the catalog. These are, before and after photos from one of my consultants. But I just want to scroll down and show you, sorry to go so fast, that probably looks a little dizzying. We were a little late with our Zoom to Facebook live stream, so be mindful of that. Here again is a pre-party game I'm doing with people so they can get in the contest. Again, just using the virtual business tool. Answer true or false. I went first and I said true. Sometimes I forget to wash my face. So this is the post I wanted to show you where I jumped in and said, okay, we're going to see you tonight on Zoom. And I did this showing how many raffle or contest entries people had. I told them how they could get more raffle tickets. And I do this in face-to-face parties too. So if you ask me questions about products, you get an extra ticket. You ask me about the business, you get 2 tickets. If you buy something, you get 3. If you book a party, you get 5 tickets. If you join our Beauty Boss team or whatever, you get 10 tickets. And I do that in face-to-face parties, so I just translated it to online as well. So this is just basically the event itself. And I had my girls posting in there a bunch too, talking about different products that they love. So that was really the event. It went really well. They got a lot of response. I think one of my girls is going to be sponsoring someone here again is, how well do you know your host? Melissa created that for us. Those are really great resources. So that's the event. I'm going to jump over here though now and Jackie, are there any questions that I should maybe pause and answer about the event?
So let's pause. Yeah, I was just going to say, let's take a quick pause based on what you showed so far. Okay. So questions that you have in this sort of setup to what she did and what the outline was in the tools she used.
Yeah, I see that down there. There is a question about streaming from Zoom to Facebook. You do have to have a pro account. I told Linda write this though yesterday that you can do it. Lori, told us on her Zoom call, you can pay month to month. So you don't have to do a yearly subscription. So in this time, it might be worth to pay the $15 for the next 3 months if your whole business is going to be online and you're going to try and do these Facebook parties. It's worth it. And so just consider that. Were there any other questions though in the chat about what?
I have one about your ticket.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shafika, you go first.
No, Hannah.
Hannah, is it Cheryl or Shafika?
Go. Well, okay, the raffle that you did as far as for the tickets, did you just count that up in the chat? So they asked the question in the chat, and then at the end, did you count that up saying, okay, this person asked this many questions, so they get these tickets, and you had like a raffle at the end, or you came back with it and said, okay.
Yeah, so it was actually super tedious in that way. So every post that I said qualified as a ticket entry. So like, the skincare confession post, I went in and counted who responded with yes or no, and they got a ticket. And then when they asked questions in the actual live Facebook thing, I went back and read all the comments, and every person who asked a question got a ticket. And then I went back to my girls and checked, okay, who purchased from you? And I got all their names, and then I gave them the 5 tickets for purchasing. And then I said, did anyone book a party with you? And, you know, then they got those tickets. And then for people, we do have one sponsor in the works, so she got 10 tickets. So yeah, I did kind of do some due diligence, follow-up homework. It probably didn't take me more than 30 minutes though to go back through and get all the comments. But I think it's so worth it because we're so excited to just get anything right now, and mail is really huge. And you know, they're just so thrilled to be getting something in the mail soon. And they really engaged with that contest piece, like more than I thought they would. So that was really cool.
Oh, okay, thanks. I thought that was a great idea.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad. Cheryl, did you have a question?
Yeah, I did. It's just like, well, it concerns the timeline as to what was the lead time between when you started your post and you actually went live, and how long did the event last as a whole?
Right. So we probably had about 3 weeks where I created the event, but I probably didn't start going in there and really driving posts until maybe a week or 2 before. I kind of dripped some things slowly, but then as we got closer and closer, I ramped it up. So yeah, created the event about 3 weeks ahead, and even if you create it this week for a party at, you know, next week, it's still going to be okay. Just post very aggressively if you do that, if you have a shorter time span. So yeah, so then ramped up the posts, probably did something, you know, a few days before the party, I probably did something 2 to 3 times a day. A week before, maybe 1 post every day. And then in terms of the party duration, this is the kind of cool thing right now about Facebook parties, you guys, is that so we did the live video on Thursday night. And I said, well, I'm not going to close all of the raffle stuff until Sunday, because I know most people watch Facebook videos on replay. So I can't say, okay, if you were there, you missed the live, too bad. It's not like an actual live party with physical people, right? Like you're either there or you weren't. People can go back and watch it. So I wanted to leave some time for people to do that. Factoring that some people have kiddos, they can't make it. So I let those people go back and watch it. So really, even though the one actual live video was Thursday night, the party, in a sense, kind of stayed open all the way through Sunday because people went back and watched. So, and then I closed it out by announcing who won the contest gifts.
Okay, good.
So basically, it was like a good 3-week time frame that you did from the time that you created the event, and then you slowly started doing posts, and then you had the intensive posting that led up to the live. And I presume the live was what, 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, it wasn't more than 30 minutes, and each girl presented. I said, I want you to present for 5 minutes or less. Just say what you love about your product. It doesn't even have to be over the top nerdy product detail information. And I told them, what does it smell like? Say, what's it smell like? What does it feel like? What is it? What was the result on your skin? Be very descriptive, obviously, because people can't touch and smell some of the things. We can share sachet cards, but we can't share fragrance or body products. So you have to be very descriptive with those. And it still was very effective.
Okay, and then after that, then you had the 3 days to just kind of let it percolate and sit and let things come in, and then you close it out. Okay.
Yeah, because then those girls, I told my girls, go back and tag your friends who were really interested and just couldn't watch, you know, for that time period. And not everybody can order right away, but I will tell you what, one of my girls got her whole entire VIP order in from that party.
Okay. And did y'all do a lot of posts after the Thursday live until Sunday?
Yes. So not a lot of posts. I would say like maybe 1 or 2, maybe 1 to 2 every day. Going saying, thank you for watching. Don't forget to order. If Ashley invited you, here's her link again. If Tiffany invited you, here's her link. And I had them go in and post, because I really want them to get in the habit of saying thank you and learning how to do that kind of stuff. And then I went in and said, okay, watch for me on Sunday because I'm going to do the contests giveaway. I'm going to announce the winners. And then it was either Saturday or Sunday morning, I said, okay, I'm getting on at 4:30 today. Have your final contest entries in by 3 p.m. because that's when I was going to sit down, Shafika, and tally everybody. And if you didn't get it in by 3 p.m.,
Okay.
you don't get it. So
Okay.
that's how I did that. And again, I'm going to host a couple more online parties, and the time span will be a little bit shorter. So I think if you have that, just start to get aggressive and build that momentum really quickly with the consistent posting to get that engagement.
Awesome. So tomorrow, Melissa will take us through the training that she created on doing virtual parties and Facebook parties, so that, again, you've got a model that, like Hannah has her test model, right? So she tried this was a multi-hostess, right? So amazing, fantastic results, having that many in attendance. So again, keep thinking of questions today. The reason I said that is as you're watching Hannah intentionally doing this today, which is so cool, as we have Melissa tomorrow, you'll have her live as well, to be able to take the content that she's designed for us on how to do the Facebook parties, but be able to ask her even more, questions and different things that you might need. So take a look today. Our goal was to get your mind and wheels going. Tomorrow, you will see on my last slide when we close, is we're going to do how to take your social calendar, and we're going to plan the whole month out to be spontaneous and to partner with organizations, okay, and businesses. So you're going to love what we do tomorrow. This is all about today and tomorrow. How do we do it? How do we do it? Let's all get practicing. I see many of you had feedback in your comments that you're booking your first parties. Rock star. The only way you're going to do it right, Hannah, is just go do it. Go figure it out, try it, and keep going. So, okay, Hannah, take us to your next section.
Okay, and I am happy to invite anybody to that party if you want to just go back and watch and see what I did. So, and you can keep asking questions in WhatsApp and stuff too. Okay, so now I'm going to jump to a very different thing. I'm going to jump to the vendor group event. So it's over here in my shortcuts, and I'm just going to pull it up here. People, you can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So I have Linda Potterlint, you know this because you watched my other Facebook Live, but I'm in a sort of a direct selling group that partners with a local tea shop, and that local tea shop has a in-person marketplace with us every Friday. I'm sorry, the last Friday of every month, and that got canceled. And so I did an online vendor event for that. But then one of my friends from that event said, hey, I want to do my own. And so a bunch of direct selling women, or in network marketing, direct sales, direct marketing, we got together and we decided to invite all of our current clients to this one group. So as you can see over here, there's 166 people in this group because we've all invited our different friends, or our different clients, I'm sorry, friends and clients. And we each got one day. So there were 7 of us. We did this, we're doing this event over 7 days. This is the last day. And again, I'm calling an event, but this is happening in a group. So very different kind of feeling. So when you go up to here to create, you can see page, group, event. So this is a group, not an event, not a timed one-off thing. So every person got one day to post the entire day. And this is Liesl, she's the one who organized it. So she's posting about her fair trade clothing and things like that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump over here and type in Jafra and just search it so you can see some of my posts. Again, you'll see that a lot of them are very similar because I've just taken what Melissa has provided for us and used those images and created content from it. So after my Okay, so let me start over. So what I did was I walked everybody through the 4 departments. And I just really talked about self-care. So I led off in the morning with the breathing GIF with the RJX thing. And if you guys haven't seen that GIF, it's amazing. So I talked about that and just encouraging people to pause and breathe today. It's Friday, you're almost to the weekend. What are you gonna do for self-care today? And then I kind of talked about, you can see that skincare confession post again. I use the exact same content. I think it's important, guys, don't reinvent the wheel. You can post the same things over and over again because not everybody is gonna see it, so it's okay. People loved that one. Let's see. This post here, let me see if I can click it. Okay, this post here, I did this post right before my live. So time to party in your pajamas, Facebook style. Okay, I'm going live in 15 minutes. Go get your glass of wine, your cup of tea, come join me. My whole focus for this event was showing people how to have an in-home spa party. So I literally was in my bathroom and I walked through what I do when I do a normal spa party, again, in person with people. So I said, if you don't have a bathtub at home, get a little tub from the dollar store, put in some rocks and, put on nice music. I literally just talked about what I do when I do my spa party, and I walked through all of those products. Thankfully, a lot of those products are on the 3 for $20 right now, so that's actually a really great thing to work. Here I use that your greatest skincare concern post. This is a really long post, but I broke it out by, I just literally looked at, okay, Melissa's got dry, sensitive, oily skin, dark spots. She's trying to target our main skincare line. So I put links to those skincare lines. And it's a great question to ask people because they'll answer it because they're interested. They want to play games right now. And so then you can start to talk about different products that we have. And so this is, I'm just showing you very quickly what I did throughout the day. I talked about what royal jelly was because I introduced Jafra. I introduced myself here with my Silly Sunshine video. So she had, basically for this group event, she had each of us post an introduction the first 2 days. Every person got to go for their day, their selected day for the entire day, and you could post and you could talk about whatever you wanted. And so I just really ramped up in-home self-care, talking about it from all 4 product lines, like this is aromatherapy for you, putting on perfume will encourage you, putting on lipstick is going to encourage you, so put it on. You should wash your face. Your skin still needs protection especially when you're staring at a computer screen all day from the blue light, things like that. And then I just really ramped up the spa portion, especially because I said, don't you miss going to the spa, getting your nails done, getting a pedicure, all that kind of stuff. And then I did the Facebook Live, basically converting my spa party over to an online party. And I just talked about all of the different spa products that you can use at home to do sort of an in-home pedicure, foot treatment care program. And it went really, really well. I don't think my Facebook Live was more than 20 minutes. But people loved it. I was so surprised that people stayed with me the entire 20 minutes. And again, you just make it fun, you make it engaging, you share tips like the dollar store tip. People loved that. I was like, just go to the dollar store, get a bucket, not a bucket, you know what I mean, a bin, and that went over really, really well. I got a lot of great orders from that. I'm still working on some skincare orders with a couple people from that. That event is still going on, so it's not fully closed out, but it's going on over the course of a week. So that's pretty cool. And then I got 10 new people joined my VIP group because I posted about that as well. One other thing I wanted to mention about the Facebook event with my girls is I also raffled off the hostess reward. So I raffled our contest for the volcanic micro polish mask. So, and I actually did do on the Facebook Live. So you had to be present to win that one. to get the hostess reward for that. But other than that, the other contest gifts were free. So that's what I did with the group, though. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but I hope that helps. Is very different, but it's great. And I think and I got a party out of it. That's the other thing. I posted Melissa's, do you want to host a Facebook party? And the reason she wanted to host a party was because she came to my live and she's like, that was really fun. Like, I didn't realize that it could be fun online, and it was actually really fun. So I totally want to do that. And so I would encourage you that if, you know, the live portion is the biggest portion.
So a couple of questions that popped up. So again, I know just in coaching and you all defied some technology limits you had, but now I love Wileen saying, now I have to have some income producing activities, right? So now we need to do it, but we need an audience to talk to. So these are perfect strategies. Why you have a party, why you have an event, why you do online events with local businesses or networking groups. Everybody has the same situation, but shopping, 80% or 60% of your audience wants to shop online direct to their door. 80% is looking for an alternative gig right now. So you've got a perfect audience. So team up and do that. When you look, Hannah, at like when you did your invite, what did you tell them when it when it ended, so they knew the time that it was going to end? And what time did you actually go live? What did you find that was the best?
So for the group thing, what I did when I was in there, when I posted my introduction, you know, I posted my website link and all that stuff. And I said, watch for me on Friday, April 3rd. I'm going on Friday, April 3rd. And I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks about how to do in-home spa care and stuff like that. I asked them a question. I said, what do you miss the most right now? And I said, I miss getting my nails done. And, you know, that first of all drove a lot of conversation and engagement. So my post kept coming back up to the top. And then I said, make sure to watch for me on the day that I was going, which was Friday, April 3rd. I'm going to talk about some tips and strategies. I'll be posting some different ideas, and then I'm going to do a Facebook Live that evening about in-home spa care, to turn your Corona-cation into a spa-cation is what I said. And so yeah, I didn't tell them the specific time. And the reason I didn't do that is because sometimes, you know, I didn't know specifically yet what time it was going to be, and I didn't want to get locked into a time that might not work actually. So that's one really important tip, guys. Make sure that, you know, when you say you're going to do it at 4:30, people really believe you. So you have to show up. So just be aware of your timing and when you make those commitments. But then when I actually did my posts throughout the day, yeah, I said, okay, I'm going live at 7:30. Tune in tonight, or 7:30 or whatever time it was. Tune in tonight. I'm going to be doing this. We're going to talk about how to do in-home spa care. But first, I'm going to tell you about these things. And again, I just kind of slowly dripped it throughout the course of my day.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so you did you ramped it up, you did your introduction, and then you introduced all 4 departments, and then you did your live, and then now you're following up. So kind of like you would at a regular party, you introduce yourself. Okay, great.
Yep. So
did you show any videos? Did you show any videos, Jafra's Royal Jelly, or?
Yeah, I did the What's the Royal Jelly video. So I introduced myself a couple days before. Then on my actual posting day, I introduced, before I even introduced the 4 departments, I really emphasized the importance of self-care, right? I've talked about this in my social media posts. You have to establish the need, right? And then I'm going to come with a solution, which is our 4 Jafra departments. And I'm going to talk about how it's a solution to your lack of self-care right now. And then but really emphasizing more of the spa line, but introducing Jafra and talking about what is Royal Jelly and all those things, why they should choose it over, the Walgreens face wash. And then I, built up to my Facebook Live, and then afterwards did my thank yous and things like that. I saw question about, did I do this for my business page? So none of this has involved my business page at all, because this is, so when you create an event, I'm creating that event as Hannah, the individual, not Hannah, my business page. So I could have done that on my business page, but if you create an event for your business page, it's completely public. So I wanted these events to be private, which is why I did it through my personal account. And it's just for the people who came. So it's not like it's posting to my personal Facebook page. And then I, as Hannah, also joined that group. And then I drove engagement to my business page, asked people to follow, like me there, asked people to join my VIP group and things like that. But I did this from my Hannah personal Facebook.
And that's okay through Facebook to do that? They don't obviously don't shut you down?
Yeah, because I'm not doing it on my personal page. So I'm not doing it on my big page. I'm in a private group. I'm in a private event designed for that. It's not me posting it on my personal page and posting links and trying to get people to buy stuff.
It's your identity as Hannah before, and then you go into the group.
Yes, exactly. And that's totally okay and a great way to do it. And sometimes, and some of those things do tag on your personal page, but it's not like it's not a little more covert than other direct methods. And I think that Facebook says that's okay.
Okay, and two more questions. Let me finish my chat if I may, please. Sorry. So I don't lose them. One is, Michelle, I know you asked about Zoom, like streaming from Zoom into Facebook. My suggestion, just to be short-wicked about it today, is one, if you go into Zoom, they may not answer you, but they already have it recorded for you. I looked yesterday, I was teaching someone where to go look. If you go in there, they have an actual link right to how to do it. Alongside, you can print the information. And again, when you click down on more, you'll see where you can stream. And so you can go in there and you'll be able to understand it a little better. And Lori did it on her training recording as well. So it's already sitting there as a tool of training from Zoom to what Lori did in our Zoom training. Okay, just to keep that part a little short for today. So just FYI. So thank you. And then Cheryl, you had a question about the vendors. Do you want to go ahead and ask live since your mic's off?
Yeah. Okay. Vendors, I know you have just everybody has a day. Was there any difference in the response between the vendors who were earlier in the week versus later in the week? I mean, did the later ones get as much activity and traction as the ones that were earlier?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I do think there's less traction. I think so my friend Liesel, who organized the event, she's going to get tons of traction because she's very engaging on social media, and she's just a doll baby. She's the last one to go. So she'll get a lot of engagement, but I did notice that there was a very big dip in engagement from the beginning sort of to the end. And I also think that matters how engaging you are though too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just post a picture and be like, isn't that pretty? Like you have to ask questions, you have to follow up, you have to do all the things that you would normally do in real life. The Color Street girl went yesterday, and she just posted pictures, and a girl, I just learned about this, Zaya, it's like a workout thing. She just posted pictures. What do you guys want to see? Well, sometimes I don't know what I want to see. Why don't you tell me what the best product is, and then I'll look at it and why I should love it. Tell me about your product. Tell me about your organization. Compel me to want to shop with you. Don't just rely on the prettiness of the pictures. So yeah, there was a difference in engagement, and it definitely dipped, I think. I was actually really happy that I went at the beginning of the event.
So did y'all just draw names?
7 days, it could be too long.
Did you just draw names as to who went first, second, third?
We just had the calendar, and people just said, I'll do this day, I'll do that day. I didn't plan it this way, but I'm so glad that I ended up choosing a Friday, because I think that people were more mentally like, yeah, it's Friday. I want to unplug. Social media is fun, and I want to engage with it more because my work week is done. And that kind of mentality, I think, went really well.
So I'm going to wrap this up. Our time is almost up. But let me just do two things. One, Katia, just for the audience watching the recording, had a great question. Can you go live on the event page? And the answer is yes. And number two, I just wanted to add to the point of the days of the week, okay? So honestly, Monday and Tuesday in the world of life and direct selling, Monday and Tuesday is your best training days of the week. So there's a real strategy to the regional calendar, okay? There's a lot of strategy, like when you look at Beauty Insiders, we do training Tuesday. People's brains are ready for the new week. They're open-minded. They're ready to plan for action for the week. So training in your early part of the week. Thursdays and Fridays, Hannah just hit on it. Those are your best, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are always your best party days, opportunity days. So if you notice, our joy meeting is on a Thursday for a reason. So it's there because it literally is a day when there's paychecks coming in, it's getting close to the weekend, they're a little more free, they're looking for a little bit more fun and happiness. And so they will be spending more towards the end of the week. So very intentional. If you notice in Spanish and English, all of our joy meetings are on Thursdays. There is a reason, okay? So again, just wanted to do that. So the last question I see here, and this is cut from our training because it's been phenomenal, but we could probably have 2 hours of questions and we're not here to do that. The goal is just learn and apply and go back to your virtual hub and then join us tomorrow with Melissa as well for even more opportunity. The last question Diana Driggs had was, do the vendors have similar products? Hannah answered, everyone had different product lines, no crossover. Very important. I heard Hannah say that in the beginning. Definitely try to get a wide skew of different vendors. So that being said, this is our time to say a great big thank you. You can unmute and let's do a great big woohoo! Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you. So,
You all be able to do this.
thank you so much. We're going to end this recording and then we'll come up and wrap up the call with everybody live on our catch-up crew. Join us on Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific. Thank you.